never let anyone influence what you might enjoy.
I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
I don't know how many people are familiar with Dr. Disaster. We have not reacted to him on this channel before, but he makes his videos pretty entertaining. Concord humiliated by upcoming game Mecha Break. The player count difference is staggering.
Damn.
What is up, space pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and I wanted to discuss a game that has been absolutely blowing up online
that's Mecha.
as people learn about it.
What the hell?
It's called Mecha Break, and it is a perfect contrast to games like Concord and Dustborn.
It's literally like two different universes.
Bruh.
Like, literally, the player base is telling you what they want to see, but yet you just want to go against the grain.
Some of these woke games where they make you play as female characters that look like trolls.
That shit is gross!
As one would expect, those games did terribly on Steam with their betas, even as both Concord and Dustborn are set to release in the next 2 weeks or so. There is absolutely no buzz for these games. Nobody played their demos or their betas. Conversely, look at the footage of the character creator in Mecha Break.
What the fuck?
This is the complete opposite approach to these haggard ogres.
Look, even besides the entire wokeness, besides, you know, the butt sliders, I think the main problem is the people who are behind games like Concord. They're very vocally insulting gamers. They're very vocally anti-gamer. And they're very vocally saying that we will intentionally do everything you do not like in games. So how do they think they will outperform games like Mecha Break
that we are forced to use in the woke games? I know that this is going to come as a shock, but it turns out that Mecha Break has over 10,000 players playing in its closed beta, even though it isn't due to come out until next year.
This is quite a shock. On the other hand, it's not surprising in the least.
Literally dancing.
Dr. Disaster, I challenge you to a dance-off. Who wins? You decide. Yeah, that's a whole production. That's so cool.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter, where I keep a list of games lousy with wokeness for your reference. My handle on there is Dr. Disaster 1. But alright. Anyhow, this game Mecha Breaker has been buzzing all over the internet for the past couple days, and I wanted to compare its numbers to what we are seeing with the likes of Concord, Flintlock, and Dustborn, which we have been making.
The main difference? We don't have to say it, right?
Developers are trying to appeal to that ever-elusive modern audience that they swear is real, and one of these days that modern audience is gonna come out and start buying games and show all of us anti-woke gamers out here.
Didn't they already prove that modern audience, they don't play games?
No, they don't. They honestly do not care.
All they do is sit on Twitter 24/7.
Yeah.
But here in reality, we see a different story. Here in reality, most gamers, by a vast majority, are dudes, and most dudes like TNA.
I don't know about majority of games that are bought are dudes. There's a lot of girls who buy games. Let me try to check that.
55 of the gamers in US are male.
See? I told you, the disparity between women and guys playing games is not that big.
It really isn't big.
It's just there's a difference of what kind of games they play. But even women, they are not gonna play this agenda wokeness.
You can cry and scream and wail about that as much as you'd like, but none of this changes the fact that it's accurate. If you want to sell games, then make your characters either manly men or curvy females. Hell, from what I can tell, most gals prefer that as well.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play as the fugly characters that we see in the likes of Concord. That is why
It's really that simple. Men like looking at women who are good looking. Girls like looking at anything that's shiny and pretty.
that game only hit about 2,400 concurrent players on Steam when its beta came out a couple weeks ago, because nobody wants that garbage. Or look at Flintlock, where they can't even break triple digits for players on Steam, even though the game is only a few weeks old. Lots of people have been popping into the comment section lately, trying desperately to defend Flintlock, saying, oh, people aren't playing it anymore because they beat it already. And that, of course, is a massive cope. The game is only a couple weeks old. There should be tens of thousands of players playing that game if it was actually popular, but it's not. Once again, they force you to play the female person of color who they designed to look like an ogre princess, and nobody wants it. The modern audience didn't show up. And then
because the modern audience in games doesn't exist yet. Maybe it will in the future, but it doesn't exist yet. Or even they're like, I don't want to play this. I will publicly say that people should pick this, but in reality, behind the scenes, I will play something else. Or they're just sitting on Twitter the whole day.
Yeah, chronically online.
Dustborn, the wokest game of all time, which, at the time of this recording, has
my God.
one player in the whole world playing it.
Wait, I actually had all-time peak 46 people.
I actually kind of feel bad for them. Holy shit.
I don't feel bad.
On Steam right now. One person. There were tons of people, once again, in my comment section the other day when I was talking about this game going, oh, I'm so glad that you told me about this woke game. Just to spite you, I'm gonna go and play it now. Well, where are you, dudes? Where are you? You're not playing the game, I can tell you that much. There is one person, and that person is probably a games journalist, trying to stick it to the gamers and annoy us by playing an openly woke title, but it's just pathetic.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
No, it turns out people prefer to play games like Mecha Break, which you can see playing in the background here. It's being described as Overwatch with mechs in it, and it looks pretty cool. I don't typically play those Overwatch-styled games, but I would try this out. Why not? And it looks like I'm not alone. There are...
For me, the problem is I know I cannot play the game is because everything is red around.
Yeah,
unless they have like color changes, I'm not gonna be able to play it.
This game will give me motion sickness.
Yes.
And it's not my kind of tea.
It looks fun though, in my personal opinion. I just wouldn't be able to play it.
I'm just not interested.
There are around 10,000 players playing the beta for Mecha Break this week, which I guess this week it's
not
a closed session. Only certain people are receiving passes to play it. But even with the cap on the number of players, this game is blowing this woke shit out of the water.
This
is what happens when you make something that players like. When you don't force players to use strong and empowered whammon characters who look like ugly trolls. And what's more, this game is now the number 29th most wishlisted game on Steam right now.
That's not bad at all, considering how many like old wishlisted games you have on Steam as well. That's pretty impressive. What is the video about? I'm out of the loop. Now that I'm home, it's that Concord got humiliated by an upcoming game called Mecha Break.
Yeah, it's in the same genre, hero shooters.
now, and word is really just spreading about it. The buzz for this game is gonna go through the roof over the next several months leading up to its release. I can't wait to see how it all plays out. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop some mockery of games like Concord into the comment section below,
Damn.
and we will talk there.
Thanks for
he's
watching,
Dr.
Marties.
Evil.
If you haven't already,
Yep.
your captain
Dr.
is
Disaster.
inviting you to subscribe to the
Oh,
channel
yeah.
and become a part of the crew.
Same thing.
Life as a space pirate.
I love his costume. His costume is really sick.
Yeah, and his content, I've never really seen anyone do that anymore.
But yeah, this just brings me back to the topic. When will all these big companies and studios start thinking about what their audience actually wants